Hey, Fred. Thanks for taking the time. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up, Josh?
Not much, man. How you feeling? You took a couple hard hits today.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's part of the game. So just taking, one day at a time. I think this was a good step. I think we got better tonight. We played a lot better than we did the other day. So obviously we would have liked to come out with a win, but these preseason games kind of serve more as practice than anything. So I think we're headed in the right direction.
I'll ask you about OG. Is this the most comfortable you've seen him offensively?
Yeah, I mean, to be like consistently, he's had big games in the past, but he's pretty much in his rhythm and his flow. But I kind of expected that, with Pascal being out, there's really not too much sharing OG has to do. He's our number one option right now. So he's been great for us. He's been assertive, finding his spots. I think me and him are finding a little bit of rhythm together. So it's good to see.
And then off topic a little bit, you mentioned after the opener the other day that you were hoping they could get some more bodies, some more fans in the arena. How pleased were you to see the news yesterday that you guys will be able to play in front of a full capacity crowd for the start of the season?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Obviously, we want to protect everybody's safety first and foremost, but to have a packed building is going to be a special vibe and just energy in the building. The Boston fans had a great crowd tonight for a preseason game, especially. It was a lot of fun just to be back in front of fans, and I think for us, it's like we kind of are looking forward to it more because we didn't have it in Tampa and we didn't make it to the playoffs to experience it. That towards the end of the season, there were full buildings that we never got a part of, we never got to be a part of. So, for me personally, I'm really looking forward to being back in front of full buildings again.
Thanks, Fred. Safe travels back, man.
Thanks, Josh.
Next question goes to Doug Smith from the Toronto Star.
Hey, Fred, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. The other day in London, you said it was more funny than fun, this new group and watching them run around. Is it becoming more fun now? Is there some method you've seen developed to this group?
Yeah, they're learning. They're learning. That's all you want to see is just improvements each day. They're learning. I think Nick is doing a lot more teaching than he's used to doing. I think we all are doing a lot more teaching than we're used to. But you just want to see the retention, and you want to see guys pay attention. So they've been learning. They've been picking up new things. We had a really good practice yesterday that carried over to the game today. We didn't play that great in Philly. So you just want to keep seeing guys take steps, and you'll get to see who can play and who can't play, and who can follow a game plan, who can take coaching, and we're seeing that. So every guy has been good and coachable and developing and making strides. So the offense will probably take some time. We're doing some different things and trying some new things out. But as far as defensive energy and playing hard, that's got to be every day.
Yeah, even going back to last year, you said the big thing was for young players to know what they can do in the minutes they're going to get, and not try to do too much, and they're not going to get 30 minutes, but can they perform in 12? Are you seeing that from these guys who are going to be role players, pretty much?
Yeah, it's still kind of a little off right now, Doug, just because of the guys we got out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So there's a big hole for minutes, and we got four guys that probably are going to be rotation guys that are out. So that's a lot of minutes there that guys are getting. But yeah, I think that we're seeing some nice strides. I mean, Scotty's making improvements. Precious is making improvements. Speed play pretty good. Yeah, so there's guys that are making strides that you think can plug in and plug out, but that's kind of more so up to Nick and the coaching staff to figure out who's gonna do what.
let me just slide one more in. Playing alongside Goran, obviously it's different than playing alongside Kyle, but how are you adapting to it, and how do you think that's working out?
Just trying to learn him, and get him more comfortable. I think he's been pretty passive in terms of just trying to let me and OG and whoever run the show, and he's just trying to be that supportive role. We try to get him going a little bit tonight. He had a couple looks that didn't go in early, but I'm not worried about going at all.
Yeah.
That experience, and that's the dragon right there, man. He's an all-star. He played, a long time in this league at a high level. So he'll find it, whenever it is, and whether it's a matter of rotation or just picking his spots. I think he's gonna be fine.
Great. Thanks so much. Safe trip back, man.
Thanks, Doug.
2 more questions for you, Fred. First one goes to Aaron Rose from SI.com.
Hey, Fred. How are things different for you playing alongside Goran as opposed to Gary?
I mean, not much right now because I mean, typically you would think that Goran would be more so taking a lot of ball handling responsibilities, whereas Gary would be more kind of like a spot up and running off pin downs and things like that. But like right now, the way we're running the offense and the things that Nick is trying to get us to do, we're all kind of just playing all of the spots on the floor. So it hasn't really been as much positional like people in different spots. It's kind of been everybody can do everything in every position. That's why you see Precious bring it up the floor, or the screeners are inverted sometimes. So it hasn't really been too much different. Again, I think that we'll find a better flow and a better rotation as we get some of the guys back from injury and once the regular season starts. But again, preseason is for us to get sharpened to practice and make mistakes.
Have you been impressed? You mentioned Precious's ball handling, playmaking abilities. Have you been impressed with some of the things he's been able to do as sort of a quasi big?
Yes.
Thanks.
And final question is going to go to Ferdinand Rivera from FIBA TV.
Thank you. Hey, Fred, what do you think is the potential of this team in this season, particularly?
We should be a playoff team. We should definitely be aiming for the playoffs. I think that we got a long way to go. We got a lot of guys that we got to bring along, but I think the goal should be to scrap and claw and be one of the teams that nobody likes to play against every night. Whether that's being just long at every position and being athletic and flying around, winning a bunch of games, and then towards the end of the season, you never know what can happen. So I think we just got to give ourselves a chance, but we should definitely be aiming high, because anything can happen once you get to the postseason. So for me personally, I'm trying to get the guys to just focus on what it takes every day to be a pro and to be good in this league, night in and night out. And I think that will take care of whatever goals or aspirations you have.
Lastly, what do you think of the development so far on OG Anunoby?
OG's been great. He's been great. We've been seeing it. I mean, I see him every day. I've been seeing him every day for the last couple of years. So it's not surprising to me. We saw it, the development. He works. He comes in. He works his butt off every day. He's gotten better every year, and we're just seeing more of that this year. He's going to have more opportunity, more of a bigger role, and I think he's been playing great so far in the preseason. And I think it's going to be a big year for him.